Hi, folks. This is Mohammed Shamal again, and I'm back. This is day 4 of our challenge, and I hope you guys are up to it still. Well, I'm up to it, and I'm still going strong. Day in and day out, I get more and more feedbacks from you guys talking about how it has kind of helped you in certain ways, each of those video blogs that you have been seeing, and I'm glad it works. Um, but I'm just not going to stop there because, like as I said, my challenge with you is to transform you as a person into a far more successful, a far more positive-minded person at the end of day 90. So here we go. Well, today's session is more focused on the importance of having an attitude in whatever we do, and how bad and negative attitudes can actually have an impact with a person's performance. Well, folks, I'm actually reminded of Zig Ziglar's lectures, which I had seen recently on YouTube, and I would like to actually share this because it's very apt at this point in time. It's about two friends who work in the railroads, and one happens to be, like on the tracks, whereas the other has somehow the other progressed up the ladder, the corporate ladder, and become probably the senior most management people, like the vice president of that particular railroads. And it happens that one of the days, the vice president is, like taking a trip down, inspecting the progress of work done on a new project, and it happens that he sees his old colleague, the one who still works on the on the railroads, and he calls out to this guy and says like, "Hey, buddy, come over here. Let me have a quick word with you." And having said that, the guy at the railroads, the one who still, the worker, goes up to him and they have a quick chat. Everything is done, and the vice president leaves, and the colleagues of this worker who happen to see this um, are quite amused because they know that this is the vice president of the company and he is talking to the worker. So it happens that they ask this worker like, "How come you know this guy? I mean, he's supposed to be the vice president of our company, and he calls you over and chats up with you, which is quite interesting." So to which the worker says, "Oh well, nothing much. We both started working together. Um, the difference is, I when we started working, I worked for the $3.50, whereas this vice president, who's now um, progressed more than expected, worked for the railroad." But that's the difference. So it's the attitude that counts. Now, for those of you who are wondering what was the difference in these two approaches, it was basically the attitude. So when we develop the attitude to win, we win. We win, and we win all the time. When we develop the attitude to lose or to be on the back step, we are always, like playing cautious. So it all depends on the attitude. And um, life's major disability is on the attitude. Um, Interesting thing is, people have so much of talent, so much of, like abilities. But don't you see for yourself that there are so many people out there who are so talented and yet don't make it? Uh, for a simple reason that, in spite of having all that talent, the attitude sucks. So when that happens, they don't reach their desired levels. So I'm sure many of us, look at me for example. I don't have an attitude. I mean, I don't have an attitude to say I'm going to lose. And here I am, as I talk to you. I'm actually winning. I'm doing well in whatever I do, and it has become a habit which evolved over a period of time. Now, folks, this is no magic. You really don't need to have extra abilities, extra talent. Well, uh, having talent, having abilities probably might open up, one door. It might open up a second door of opportunity. It might open a third door. But if you do not have the attitude to win, despite having the so-called talent and the ability, you're not going to get too far. There's going to be you're going to be one of those cases where people would probably say, like, this guy had great talent, but very unfortunate he couldn't make it. Um, Folks, how many of you watching this particular video would actually pat yourself on your back and say, like, hey, come to think about it, I didn't have that much of talent, but the persistence, the attitude that I had got me where I am today. Um, People who are promoted as management level staffs, directors, presidents, if you're working in the corporate sector, people who are doing well in professional fields, senior consultants, probably music directors, um, actors, well, and the likes. You name it, you have it. And people who are in that position, let me tell you, if you do not have that sense of winning attitude, the sense of like wanting to persist and win despite having talents, you wouldn't have been where you are today. And this is something else which I would like to add. People who do not have talent but who have a very strong attitude, very positive attitude, can actually use compensate the lack of talent with the power of their attitude and move forward. Now, let me tell you, this is possible. So, folks, if you're watching me here and if you have this attitude, like this guy just keeps rattling away, um, well, honestly, it is your attitude that needs to be changed. If you have this cynical tendency or the negative attitude, rather, if you have belief in your system, have the laser focus to achieve what you want to, and you take massive action, like as I keep repeatedly telling you, with the drive to push forward and get what you want. That's the attitude I would like you all to incorporate. Have it in your system. Let it be part of you. And I dare you to fail, because if your attitude is right, guys, you're going to succeed. So thanks for listening. Please do share your views with me. Keep those emails rolling in. Keep those feedbacks coming in. It really motivates me. I like that attitude. So with a positive attitude, here's Mohammed Shamal signing out with loads of love, good wishes, and a rock solid attitude, which works all the time. I'll see you tomorrow, day 5 of our challenge, and let's gather some more nuggets along the way. Cheers.